Today's program is going to be different, educative, charitable. Fight for souls. We fight for the souls of the people. Ultimately, let me just give this introduction. You are on earth from God's perspective is quite different from the motive for which you realize you're on earth. From God's perspective, is quite very different from the motive, your realization about your existence. King Prime Fortunate Bekelilua, Joy of the A8, President Worldwide. Basically, let me introduce Joy of Dway as a charity organization. We are basically trying to resuscitate the standard of living through the little we can offer to an individual, collective individual, or an advice to the leaders as well as the nations. Joy of the OS Foundation. We've been to this program for the past 12, 13 years, thereabouts, and we've done a lot of things in Nigeria. By the grace of God, we have been enabled to make people see the light they need to see in themselves, in their environment, with their time, and of course, cogently, from God's perspective. Let me just come in this way. And from God's perspective, the reason why you're on earth is not to make money. The reason why you're on earth is not to make name, not for fame. The reason why you're on earth from God's ideas of His creation is quite different from making what's it called? Making the huge impact you think. It's not really for impact, really. It's secondary to it. But the primary reason why you are on earth is to shoot forth God's glory. No. Yeah, let me just tell you, the fight for soul now. The reason why you are here is for the purification of your soul. Purification of your soul. All souls are damned. All souls from the Garden of Eden had issue. They ate fruits, and since then they have been contaminated. Since then, they are not worthy of seeing God. So God chased them away from the Garden of Eden. And what next was to give them everything they need on earth, to get them purified for the next 1,000 years, 2,000 years, 10,000 years. I don't know how long it has been. But the souls don't go to heaven since then. They were sent out of the Garden of Eden until they are able to be purified. When you purify them, then they cannot go back to their place. You have a place. You also have place where they are meant to live. They are not supposed to live on. That's why it's always living in fear on earth. Souls live in fear. Regardless of how rich you are, regardless of how famous you are, you live in fear of unknown. Your soul is afraid of what could happen at the moment. So fight for soul is a fight for the truth. Basically, what it means to fight for soul is fight for the truth. How is that truth that cleans the soul? Since they have been poisoned, it has been dented from the Garden of Eden. So, and they have been dragged down to live on earth, to live with the animals on earth. This earth was created for animals. They were not a place for humans. That's why humans find it very difficult to survive on earth. We fight the fight of survival right from the day we were born onto this earth. Because the earth is not the place of human. Okay, the earth is a place of animals. Now, humans drag themselves because they eat the same fruit animals do. The fruit they eat is the same fruit the humans eat. They ate it and God dragged them back to the place of animal. And now fighting for soul has to do with purification of souls by the truth. They say, you will know the truth and truth will make you free. Of course, everybody knows that. That when you know the truth, you get used to the truth, definitely you're going to live very well. You live to achieve anything. That is what it means by seeking God's kingdom on earth. And His righteousness and every other thing will be added unto you. So fight for soul will mean we have to know the truth, or if you don't know the truth, we search for the truth. It's the responsibility of everybody to get to know how and what exactly the truth they need to know. And when they know the truth, all they need to do is to get used to the truth. When you are used to the truth, you gradually become purified. When you are purified and you get used to purification and you live an holy life, then when the rapture or whatever happens, anytime you leave this earth, everybody has his own time for rapture. When you leave this earth, you are going to be at rest and you prepare for the good heaven. That is just the basic. It's a testing ground for all souls. This earth, your existence is a testing ground for all souls. So we, as organization Joy of the Earth, we are not going to tackle the transformation of the human race by just giving as charitable organization or giving to the needs of the people. When they finish getting or having everything you have to offer, where next are they going? We have given to people that have died. Do you know their whereabouts? Do we know what next after this time? So what is important yet primarily is this essentiality of living uh, of the people. So what we do now is to start seeking. Then you can't fight for the souls you don't care for. So we care for souls. How do we care for souls? We, of course, for the souls to understand that they need the truth, you have to show love. So if you're really going to be a gospel person, you got to learn how to show love to the people. So what we do in this form is we have a forum. We have registered number of some states now. We are getting close to 5,000 members of Joy of the Earth, showing care, bringing ourselves together to help one another, and also extend that to places where there are helpless communities, people who are ready to listen to what you want to say because they don't have enough. They thought they can get something good from you. So, and in the end of the day, you also offer what you have, the little you have. You got to learn how to offer it rightfully. Then, when you offer it, whatever you say to them, they will believe and it will stick to them. If they get used to that truth, they are purifying gradually. Then you are doing God's work. This purification of souls has nothing to do with religion. Religion is just a pattern or manner at which people can. It's just the formation of it's just a function, a platform where we can, like, we can, a platform where you can be told about the necessity of living. That is religion. Is not very important if there is any other way of letting people know the reason for their existentials. So now, how we are coming up with a program where we offer what we have. We also tell the people the truth. What are the truths? The truth is there are different kind of sins that people get used to. One, they say if you lie. No, there are sins that has to do with yet to be perfect. Okay, you are not yet perfect. There are mistakes, there are errors, and there are evils. Mistake, error, evils. If you have resisted the truth, if you know the truth, you don't want the truth, you are living in error. Very ironic life. If you know the truth, you are struggling to manner your life with the truth, you could make mistakes. If you deliberately know that what you want to do is wrong, as in it's wrong, what is the wrong thing? Wrong thing is what will affect, not what affects you that is wrong. No, what will affect your fellow human being. Anything you do that you know that it will affect your other human, that is what is wrong. It's wrong. If it's going to affect only you when you smoke and it dent and damage your liver, that is not evil. It's an error. You are living an ironic life. But the moment you are luring people to smoking, then you are an evil person. Very basic. You know that this thing you are about to lure them to do is not going to be good for them. It won't benefit them. But you are doing it, then you are an evil person. So now, these three things must be clarified to the people, that if they make mistakes, they are not sinners. If they are living erroneous life that are affecting their life, they are just not yet realizing is the truth. But the moment you know the truth and you choose to do the wrong thing, you are going to air fire. You are not of God. These are people who call them. So you must now have it in basic mind, in close to your mind, that you have just one assignment, is to purify your soul on earth. Once you get it purified, anytime death comes, don't fear. You are going straight to rest until the time the rapture or the end of this world will come. They will gather everybody, both the dead will be judged. Very, very clear. So we have to understand and we have to face that direction. And why are people striving now to become something good in life? Very simple. The reason why they strive is because some don't know why they strive. Some just because of competition. They just want to be like one or two or three. But let me tell you, people who truly make good names on earth are people who strive to become something good because they want to be influential, to be able to teach or redirect people to a very proper hand. That's all. If we are striving to become popular, to become famous, to be rich, it must be at the motive of helping life or to redirecting life to a good end. Very, very basic. So that is why you must not sit down. And that will take me to the next phase of this program. Welcome, and I've promised I'm going to be on live chat today. And thank God I'm on live chat. Engineer Abiodun, thank you very much for joining our program. Very, very grateful. May God love continue to bless you as you continue to support us. Please help share to others, let them understand the motive of joy of the ON. And so many other people that have come. Please, anytime you come in, that is Adedayo, Ola, Obadimeji, you are welcome. We love you. So there's going to be giveaway, like I've said. We are going to give some money basically for food. And because of my time, I should have been coming online. I have not been able to come. So let me just read this thing quickly for you to know what joy of the OH is all about. There's no earpiece. I don't want you to interrupt my live video, but let me just read it. Let me listen to you from here and then. Hear what he's saying and say it to me. I just want to put you through why. First, I've said the foundation, the motive for which we are on earth, the reason that is fighting for soul. We are not on earth to make name for ourselves. We are not on earth to make much money. We're only making those money for a means of exchange. Because we can't live in isolation. We live with many people. So you got to have value to be able to exchange with others. So when you work for money, of course, you exchange money for a good you need, for your need. So for that reason, of course, we have, it's very important one should strive to acquire something on it. But aside of that, primarily, why are people ultimately have to come to this earth to live for a long or short period of time? Somebody asked me recently on my live chat that why are good people not living long on earth? Most times, good people are just, most people are just, they just need, as much as they're not trying to, win more souls, most times, once they are purified, they take them off. The reason why people have to come back is because they miss the opportunity of getting the purification, getting their soul used to the truth, and purify their souls from errors. He said, who can ascend to the holy mountain of God? He that has a clean and pure hair. That is, they have to, before you can purify souls, you must live in righteousness for a very long time. And I've told you, that doesn't mean that you are living in righteousness, does not mean that you cannot make mistakes. You don't know, or you know, but you are striving to be perfect. Of course, you can make mistakes. You decided not to learn, not to know anything at all. Whatever is good or not, whatever comes, that's it. And you are living a running life. And when you know what is truth, what is right, and you do it, regardless of who it affects, does not concern you, then you are an evil person. That is a sin. In fact,